Happy Friday everyone, and welcome back to the channel Snippet of Us. If you watched Kayliana's tag video last week, in her description she wrote that I will be your Freaky Friday for this week. And so here I am. I am Destiny Italia from the channel Destiny Italia. I usually do how-to and tutorial videos. So for this Freaky Friday, I'm going to teach you guys how to do a very simple tutorial. I wanted to keep it short and sweet and simple so that it would be easier to follow, and hopefully you guys can come out with some pretty cool stuff yourself. So let's get started. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make these really awesome throw pillows. You can make tons of these. It's super simple and easy to do. They make great accent pieces for your room, or if you want to give them as a present. There's so much you can do with this. Hopefully this tutorial inspires you to come up with some awesome pillows for yourself. First, you're going to need fabric of your choice and also scissors to cut up your fabric. The next thing that you're going to need is polyester fiber fill. It comes in 20 ounces and 10 ounces. 20 ounces is good if you're planning on making more than one item, in this case more than one pillow. You're also going to need sewing pins and a ruler. The first thing that you're going to want to do is lay out your pillow or your fabric for your pillow and find out where you want to mark it. In length it's about 20 inches and in width it's about 14. I'm going to keep it about that length. I like that size pillow shape. So here I'm just marking where it's going to be before I make my cut so it can be as even as possible. Next I'm just going to cut straight across to get the length of the pillow that I would like. It's perfectly okay if your line isn't super straight. I can never cut a straight line to save my life, but these next few processes is going to make sure that your pillow is nice and even. So you're just going to repeat the same thing for your other fabric. If you're making more than one pillow, you're going to mark out where you want it and cut to make it the size that you need. Our next step is to flip our fabric inside out so that the right sides are facing together. After you're done flipping inside out, you do want to make sure that the edges are even. Next, you're going to take your sewing pins or safety pins or whatever you have and pin all along the edges, but you're going to leave about a 2-inch to 3-inch opening so that you can flip it inside out after you're done sewing it. So we're going to sew all around the edges and leave about a 3-inch gap at the end. So here you can see I'm just pinning the fabric with my sewing pins. I'm leaving about a 1/2 inch gap in between. They don't need to be that close together. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can hand sew it. You want to make sure the stitches are really close together though. After you're finished sewing your pillows, they should look something like this. If you notice on the frozen pillow it does have that zigzag stitch. That's just going to help it hold together more nicely. At the tops, remember to leave that opening or else you won't be able to flip your pillow inside out and you're going to have to take out some of the stitches. So our next step is, as I've mentioned before, you're just going to flip your pillows inside out. If you do have a pencil or a chopstick, I do recommend using that to get into the edges and the corners of the pillows that you can't really reach with your hand. But take your time, make sure not to pull too hard. Again, if you're hand sewing, you don't want to pop one of the stitches. So you're just going to flip them inside out, and when you're all done, we're going to move on to our next step, which is stuffing our pillows. The best way, in my opinion, to stuff your pillows is to stuff the polyester fiber fill at the far corners and edges and then work your way up to where the hole is. The polyester fiber fill really does stick together and you don't want to have little gaps in your pillow. So you want to start at the bottom and work your way up so you get a nice full pillow. If you notice after you're done stuffing it you still have that hole there, what you want to do is fold up that opening together and sew a little top stitch right across of it to seal it. And after you're done sewing, you should get something that looks like this. Again, if you are hand sewing, you have to do the stitches very close together so that it doesn't come undone. But after that, we are going to be all finished with our pillows. I truly hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Maybe next time I can come back and teach you how to do something a little more challenging if you're up for it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Snippet of Us. They crank out awesome new videos every Friday. If you want to see more content from me, head over to Destiny Italia, where we see tons of DIYs and tutorials. And as always, thank you so much for watching.